I hand this over to Source, fully allowing the perspective, understanding, and guidance from this higher place to pulse through my thoughts and feelings, knowing that if I take the reins, I am rewriting the script from a place of struggling, fighting with my failings, and defending what is. And as I invite Source to pulse through me, seeing through the eyes of Source and being the light of Source, I offer it up and gain the perspective and wisdom that will free me from the bondage of limited human perspective and reality. It seems so quick and easy to retaliate with people who are operating from a limited, fear-based perspective, a version that is not a match to the true desire outcome. It's like a ping pong match where things just go back and forth and back and forth. It's very important to drop the pretense and the knee-jerk reactions. Find the center, calm place of presence in the face of those limitations. We can feel when something is not a match. It rubs and irritates and irks the emotional body in a way that is saying, this is not how Source sees it. This is not how higher self operates. And the option in that moment, the choice is to turn the attention inward and listen to the guidance instead of attaching to the outer circumstance and digging in. Particularly when it comes to conversations or opinions from others, that horizontal exchange. Give it up. Surrender it up. Nothing good comes of that back and forth from a lower vibration. The arguing for one's limitations, the justifying, defending, and explaining one's position never feels good or results in a higher vibration. That people have their strong opinions or their personal attacks, let them have it. If it passes right through and there's nothing to hit, they are only left with themselves to deal with. Walking away is the strong point, not the weakness in the character. And then at some point it's necessary to come back and share openly and honestly from a true place of alignment, not needing the other to agree with or accept the perspective, but in a true exchange of harmony without cutting off communication entirely. Every single person has been programmed to want to explain themselves and want to be heard. And it is truly exhausting for the human form, knowing full well that this process does not lead to more connection. It leads to one-sided conversations. And yet Source, in this space of openness and connection, does not mind. It can become divinely designed and orchestrated. The master level soul self simply appears and allows others to be. Seeing their soul, listening through their words to the essence that wants to be expressed. Every person is looking to be loved and validated in their own way. It takes another master level soul self to truly be present and listen. So don't fret or look for that validation from another. Find it within. Knowing that you are truly seen, heard, and celebrated in these higher realms. And let the humans be human. Let the conversations unfurl. The patience you are looking for is the true connection to Source, which requires nothing of others. It allows for the emotional body to be true and clear and present, unwavering, unfettered by the fluctuations and the misinformation from others, the misunderstandings, the negative interpretations or limited perspectives. They are part of the fear-based reality that people have been engrossed in. It does not matter. The answers do not lie in these exchanges. The solutions, the revelations, the revolutions, the resolutions reside in this deeper knowing and connection to the higher realms, to your true self. Be present, look for, and go deep within to share these perspectives. Give it up to your Source Seal team, to your entourage and high council to be dealt with, commune with, and collaborate with the high wisdom keepers. They will orchestrate and assemble the earth guardians and keepers that will assist you. The answers will appear, and the pathway will reveal itself from this high place. It requires a tremendous amount of trust and a different octave of operation that you are now ready for. There are no mistakes. Trust the guidance that have brought you to the place where you're at. And then open up the portals. Where there were once walls will be windows. And where there were once dead ends, doors will appear. Only through this master level alignment will you truly understand the power of presence and deeper connection with Source. Notice the many distortions in which people have within their perspective and leave it at that. Operate from a place of compassion and knowing. When the distortion is recognized and taken on, it amplifies it in a way that creates more problems and severity. Do not take on any other opinions that do not resonate or vibrate with this higher connection. They are not yours. They are merely reflections of somebody's state of cognition, their state of evolution within themselves. It is all projection in both directions. So be careful with the need or desire to retaliate or reflect back what is being expressed. It is not helpful or necessary. The communication is clear and the alignment is available. Operating from this place feels true, enlivening, empowering, and refreshing. So stay here and surrender it up. Allow all of it, all of the junk, all of the distortions, all of the toxification to be released up and out. Give it all up, the story, the circumstances, the suffering, the unfairness, the victimhood, whatever is holding, give it up. Pull it up and out of the heart, off the back, out of the belly. Send any bits that can be composted down at the same time simultaneously. Ground it in. The crystalline core is an inferno that immediately incinerates and disintegrates these toxins, this debris, this holding in the field, the clogging, the black clouds that are swirling around the aura. Turn off the psychic abilities to tune in to higher source. Put up the shields in the golden bubble. Too many pieces and parts are getting lodged and stuck in the wounding of the trauma body. The pain body is being activated and stirred up through the amplification of others. Be very selective of who you surround yourself with. Notice if these energies become uplifting or draining. Notice if it's enjoyable or if it's a hassle. It's okay if most people do not harmonize with your field. You do not need others to harmonize, optimize, or rebalance. But notice which beings in your field refresh, soothe, and create relief. Notice which ones in your life you uplift and inspire. Notice which ones are attacking and blaming, and notice which ones take responsibility and ownership. Notice which ones are connected to their own source already. Notice which ones are willing to do the work. None of it matters, just notice. Without categorizing or labeling their evolutionary state, just notice. Ask for the higher beings the infinite intelligence to rearrange the circumstances and situations so that you're able to thrive and flourish in the environments that you're in. There is always a way, always a solution, independent of what the outer world is doing. The deconstructing and crumbling in the outer world is a significant symbology that shows the rearranging and reconstruction of the inner realms. The conditioning and programs that are falling away are leaving a rawness on the surface of the new birth, the new skin. Protect and act tenderly towards these new parts, like a newborn baby. Do not expose them to the toxicity and the roughness of the world while they're in development. Hold them close to your heart and cherish and nurture them, and they will grow and blossom into strong, sturdy, resilient, fortified systems. Life is requiring a tremendous amount of trust and envisioning and a knowing that comes from deep within. The external circumstances are old news. The what isness is what wasness. What is becoming requires seeing and living through the eyes of Source with incredible precision, preciseness. Do not let anyone take your joy, your power, your capacity to show up. It's just never worth it to struggle with those outer circumstances. If you cut the cords and ties, they will slough off and drift away. The attachment to the stories is what's holding them in place. There is nothing you can be, do, or have. It is simply the willingness to allow it in and let go of the past, the stories, the circumstances that have been holding you back. Every situation holds the keys to the kingdom of heaven within them. And the same situations can look like torture in hell from a skewed, distorted vantage point. So be very clear about what you're available for and what you're ready to receive in terms of embracing your regal, royal, pristine, eloquent, exquisite, high-level guardianship of mastery. There are not enough words to describe the reverence, the beauty, the majesty. Surround yourself with the beauty way and the things that bring you alive. The people, places, and things that inspire the inherent blueprint of magnificence. We will take these circumstances and situations and rearrange them. They will require change, they will require letting go, and they will require trusting in the higher good and power of what is coming. Feel for it within yourself first and foremost, and the reflections, the inspirations, the instincts, the impulses, the sparks. Feel for it. And once you give a situation to us, once you offer it up, truly let it go. No longer chew on it, digest it, process it, repeat it, obsess about it. It must be given up wholly, fully. The energy systems are being blocked and dampened, suppressed by the weight of the world and these undone, incomplete experiences. The weight of the undone. Look to the teachers, the guides, the masters. There are many, many frequency holders and wisdom keepers on the planet right now, here to love you, guide you, and celebrate you. There's plenty of resources. There's tremendous help. There are the earth angels, all at your fingertips. Call for them, write for them, ask for them, receive them. Receive it all. Receive the gifts and the blessings. Receive the charity. Receive the support and the help and the love. That's all being recycled and renewed, returned. Continue to be of service and be the beacon of light, the keeper of the truth, and the bringer of the dawn. Aho ha.